a reading for you about somebody who is going to be in the right place at the right time. We have the leadership and the serendipitous card. So this could be that you are the leader that somebody needs in their life, whether that's, you taking control of your own life and it ends up really paying off for you, or you're encountering a mentor, somebody who's going to inspire you. I just feel like there's a being where you need to be in order to get an opportunity to be a positive influence for someone or to be influenced positively by someone. But it is to get you to where you need to be for a goal. So I feel like this is going to impact your stability or your job security. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Oracle. Hello, Funny. Hello, Steven. How are we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member, as well as a link to my Etsy shop for my candles. Let's dive in. I think we will start with the Marseille Cat Tarot and see what else we've got for you. Hello, Poseidon. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Hello, James. I hope you're having a good day. Funny, I've started my own candle line. I have 4 cents on Etsy that I just launched this weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. This one is Fireside Fir. A little bit piney, a little bit smoky. But yeah, I wanted to make my own candles because the ones you find in stores, most of those are not so great for the environment or for your health. So we've got the King of Cups or King of Chalices. Look at how cute he is with his little hat. It's actually a really big hat. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse with the Eight of Wands in the upright. Almost said that in the reverse. Okay, so we have someone who is, I feel like, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit frustrated. I've been working on this, or I've been trying to get this job, or I've been trying to manage these projects at home. I feel like this is someone who has been working to make sure that they have some sort of balance or some sort of respite, a little bit of a break, because a lot has been happening. 5 of Swords. The Wheel in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you've been dealing with some not so great luck, maybe there's been a financial setback. Maybe there's been some issues as far as like insurance. Maybe there's been, a layoff situation. But we have someone here who's been like, can I please catch a break? Can I please get something to like help level me up? I feel like I've been putting in all the effort. I feel like I've been doing what is asked of me, but it's not like moving an inch. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? I objectify myself only. You funny. Did anyone sniff the butterscotch maple cream yet? I do believe Matt has. Is that correct, Matt? I think you ordered all of them except for the Fireside Fir because I was out of that, if I recall correctly. Hello, Douglas. How are you doing? Oh, you crack me up, Rachel. So we've got the World in the reverse. Le Monde. I think I said that right, but if you speak French, just know that I don't claim to speak French. I'm just trying, okay? Like, the words are on there and I speak Spanish, so I try to pretend like the last half of the word doesn't get pronounced. And we have the Hermit in the reverse. This looks like someone who got lost, okay? And look, it happens to everybody, whether it's because you got the wrong directions or maybe you got distracted while you were trying to find the address that you did have good directions for. Maybe you just have some bad advice from people around you. But I think you are coming out of a little bit of a haze here. I think the cloudy, ambiguous, confused era is about to be behind you, and you're about to get some more direction. Yes, indeed. Oops. So we have Justice, Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is in the reverse, though. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of an upset here, or perhaps that's what this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse was. A sense of things being a little bit more precarious than you had expected, wondering if you were going to be able to balance this out. So maybe you got hired on at a new place and you didn't expect things to be so topsy-turvy or unpredictable. Maybe they were not clear with you about some of the issues that they're experiencing. But with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, there's something here where it's like, I thought something was going to be better than it actually is. And now it's like really starting to get under your skin. So you are likely looking for a new job or looking for a new place to live, because this feels to me like it's very foundational, right? If I don't have a way to make this work, it's going to impact other areas of my life, right? That's funny. Thank you, Matt. Yes. Well, you let me know, Matt. I got him. Hello, Ladika. How are you doing? Hello, Nicole. How's your day? Ladika, I do long-form private readings that you can request via email, and those start at $40 USD. Otherwise, I do personal questions at the end of the general readings. Usually that's about 30 or 35 minutes in, with priority to those who tip or donate. You can also donate a membership if you want to do it that way. So we've got Knave of Wands, or the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so I think you've been given some bad advice. I think maybe you've been lacking mentorship at your current role, or your career thus far has been not really inspirational because you haven't really been around people that were invested in your growth or in your success. And I think that means that this reading has kind of settled into you're about to meet somebody who's going to be a really good leader for you. For a small percentage of you, this is more so saying, because there is no leader at your company, because there is, you know, kind of a every man for themselves attitude, you might be the person who steps up and says, okay, well, somebody's got to lead this ship. I said ship. Look, one of the best times career-wise that I had when I was in corporate was the 6 months where our company didn't have a sales director. And I think there was like maybe 6 of us salespeople just worked together and like got it done, and like President's Club happened. Maybe because we didn't need all of the crazy like micromanaging stuff. Maybe it was because we actually had some personalities that melded well together. But sometimes you do need someone to step up and be like, okay, you know what? We do need to have someone at the helm. So we could have somebody who's deciding to step up, or after having a kind of empty experience with leadership, you might be accepting a job offer or hearing of a new hire that really does want to be involved in your growth. Hello, Castle. How are you doing? Thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate it, Rachel. Hello, Idris. How are you doing? Hello, Sania. How are you doing? So we've got Justice, clarifying justice. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you have to make a decision. And I feel like for most of you, you would have already made this decision when you see this reading to basically acknowledge that it's time to change the path before you or change course, choose something different, apply elsewhere. Seven of Wands in the reverse, you feel like something here is vulnerable. I don't feel like the company that I work for is really interested in keeping me on board. I might need to look for a job just in case they decide to eliminate my position. I don't know if I feel confident in the direction this industry is taking. There's something here where it's like, this isn't like solid ground. It feels like I need to anticipate like taking a little bit of a leap of faith towards unfamiliar ground, right? Hey, Tiana, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hi, Nicole. I'm going to ask that you please translate into English before typing into the live chat. It's difficult for us to moderate if it's a different language, okay? And thank you for liking and subscribing, everybody. What else do we have? Princess of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Investing in a new venture, applying elsewhere, taking action, saying, you know what, I'm not going to just wait for things to happen, or I'm not going to hope that someone is going to communicate to me what I need to know. If I see the writing is on the wall, if I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen over the next 3 months and it doesn't look great, then I have the ability to feel empowered to do something about it now. Start applying elsewhere or start networking, going to some job fairs, getting certified in something new. I see whoever I'm reading for, you're like, okay, let's like hit the ground running. What can I do to anticipate something being difficult in this job or not really being able to count on my employer? Is this the Three of Pentacles? Yeah, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I think you know there's going to be some sort of cutbacks, or, you know, we can't keep this entire team, or we have to consolidate this, or we can only keep you on board if you move 3 hours away. Six of Wands in the reverse. You see that there's going to be some sort of failure or some sort of uncertainty. So you're anticipating what could make this less problematic for you. And with the Ace of Swords, I do feel like you have a pretty legit idea of what you need to do. Whatever that might be, it might be a combination of some of those things I just listed, but I think you're taking action as opposed to just sitting back and being like, well, I don't know if I can do anything about that. I guess I'll just wait for the problems to show up. Nope. You are saying, okay, so if I know that this is probably going to be an issue down the road, if I know that, you know, my company's not really going to give me much of a heads up if they eliminate my role, then it makes sense for me to do something else to kind of shore up my job security or financial security. We could have somebody who's deciding to sell property or, you know, even go back to school. But I think for the majority of you, this is about, I'm going to anticipate that getting a job offer from someone else is a good idea. That this is probably not a long-term situation. Oh no, where did you go? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I dropped a card, but I don't know where it went. We might have to find that later. Sorry, guys. Hello, Santiago. How are you doing? Yes, I definitely appreciate that. So we do have the World. Technically in this deck, it is the universe. So very clear on it needing to be a little bit of a wide net if you are applying for a new job. Don't just apply for, you know, 2 in the same industry. Got to branch out. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're being proactive where others are getting defensive and feeling like there's some way that they can just like use their anger to make this not be the reality. But they're getting caught up in the past, whereas you're looking forward. What can I do to avoid this being as problematic? Maybe it's going to be a tower moment, but if I plan ahead, it can be minimized, right? It won't have as much of an impact. Princess or Page of Wands. And the Two of Swords, Strength in the reverse. I think you have a bad leader or somebody who made a bad choice, signed a contract they shouldn't have, or upset a client that constitutes a real big percentage of your revenue. Whatever this is, there is a major problem here. It could be that there is a scandal with the client base as far as how the product is doing or how they have protected against, you know, security breaches, that kind of thing. But there's a problem and they don't want to talk about it. Hello, Jay. How are you doing? Oh, I hope you get that new one soon, April. What else do we have? Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. It's literally the 1, 2, 3 of Wands, right? So we have a progression here. There's an opportunity, and initially you might not want to get too excited about it. You might be like, it'd be really cool if this worked out, but I'm not going to like count my eggs before they hatch, chickens before they hatch. That's it. But this is saying you get word of some sort of opportunity. Two of Wands, you take action or you make plans. Maybe you prepare for an interview or submit your resume. And then with the Three of Wands, I feel like you end up being surprised at what you hear back. Oh, we're super excited. We'd love to interview you. You'd be a perfect fit, especially because of XYZ. You might not expect them to say this, but I think this is a company that would be looking at you as a major asset. We have the Sun in the reverse and Judgment. So when you take this initiative to search for a new job, it might not be something where you get the new job in, you know, the span of 2 days. But I do feel like when you apply to this particular company, they move very quickly with you. They don't want to waste any time, and they definitely don't want to lose out on a candidate like you. There's something here that really does match well with what you offer and what they need. Six of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this is a company who is looking for someone like you. They're going to be a little bit blunt with you, or perhaps very direct about there having been an issue with the previous person, the role that you would be taking over. They may have had to really justify backfilling this role or opening this up because of some problems with the previous individual, maybe even lying about their credentials. So they might be real thorough in terms of validating you have the skill set, but I feel like when they see what you have to offer, they're very motivated. Did I say hi to James? I think I did. What do we want next? The Four of Pentacles. Okay. This is what I'm saying. I feel like when they see that you are like legit, you're not exaggerating what you have for a skill set or your experience, I feel like they're going to be very clear. We would like to work towards making an offer. We have these 3 things left before we would be able to do that. I think they're going to literally be like, we're not quite through the process, but we're really excited about you. So we would like to maybe fast track this, or, you know, we need you to turn this around pretty quickly. I hope that's okay. They're going to ask you to move quickly. So you want to make sure everything is looking pretty good on your side of the street, right? Five of Wands, competition, Knight of Cups in the reverse. So one of the issues here with this new opportunity is that the previous person either didn't stay in position for very long, or they caused a lot of problems while they were hired. So again, there's some sort of hesitation here, or we really need to be thorough in terms of looking over this person's history or references or whatever, because we don't want to get like betrayed again. The last time was a little bit difficult for them. We have the Empress. I do feel like this represents a raise or a solid salary or pay rate, whatever it is. But with the Four of Cups, they are concerned that you're going to reject this. They may be a little bit overly eager to talk to you about what other companies you might be talking to. They're really trying to make sure that they don't go, full force or, like full speed ahead on you if you're still interested in some other position. So you might have to be very transparent as well about what other conversations you're having and whether or not this is your top choice. I would be very honest with them about that. Because I do feel like this is something where they're trying to figure out, like, can I actually trust you? Because the last time it was not the case. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Hanged Man in the reverse. There's one kind of lagging individual at this company who seems to feel like maybe there's some problem here. Maybe they don't feel confident in making this offer, or maybe they don't want to negotiate if you have asked for a little bit more, vacation time, money, whatever it is. But I do feel like they're going to decide this is the right candidate for us, and we don't want to lose this candidate. Even if there is one person who's like a little bit hesitant on it, right? I think there's enough people who are more so like very decided that you're the right person for it. Hello, Glenn. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. This is What's the News. Let's see what else we've got for you. We have cuffing season, single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. The phrase that I would say I'm most drawn to is on the hunt. But like I said before, this seems to be a hiring team that has been frustrated in the past by people who have maybe only stayed on the job for 1 week and then taken a different job, or lied about their credentials. So that's why we have this like concern over, can we actually trust you? Are you going to take the job? Are you actually going to like stay for longer than a week? They might have some interesting contractual thing, like if you sign this offer, you do have to at least work for the first month or something strange like that. But this is because they had a bad experience with the previous person. You might assume this is because they're not a good boss or hiring team, but I think this is just because they really did have somebody take advantage of the opportunity and not do right by them. We have the Black Sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms, and laughter, happiness, joy, healing. There may be something rather like unique or different about this company in terms of their approach or how they do what they do, how they approach human resources. But I do feel like this is going to be a good environment for you with people who are like self-monitoring, right? Maybe that seems like a really basic way to say it's a great environment, but if you have 100% of your employees at a company fully capable of self-monitoring, like that's a huge win. There's so much drama you can avoid with just that in place. So it looks to me like this new job or this opportunity is not just going to improve your finances, but also your mental health, because you won't have to be dealing with as many like low vibrational people, hopefully none at all, but at the very least, it seems like this is a strong company culture with people who really do want to do right by their obligations. This is the Earth and Bones Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. Yes, vocational healing. I'm all for it. What else do we have? We have the Two of Jars, or Two of Cups in the reverse, Death in the reverse, and the Seven of Jars, or Seven of Cups. You have options, okay? For some of you, you might be a little bit too zeroed in on this is what I want, this is the company I want to work for, and you're being asked to cast a wider net, be a little bit more aware of other options or the different paths that your career could follow. With Death in the reverse, it feels to me like this is saying this isn't the dead end that you think it is. It's just that you haven't looked like all the way around you. I don't know why I'm thinking of like video game site where, you have to like turn your head to actually see what's to the other side. I feel like there's something here that is glaringly obvious if you're looking right at it, but you might be missing out on this opportunity because it isn't exactly what you expect it to be. But I do think that once you see it, there's something that clicks and you feel like, okay, I do need to apply for this. And this is one of those things that I feel would be good for you, not just because you find a job that you enjoy or that pays you well, but also because you are around people that I think you would enjoy working alongside. And a sense of community is a good thing with the workplace, right? So we have the Seven of Wicks or Seven of Wands. This is about divine timing, and Ace of Pentacles, that's the opportunity. So this opportunity shows up exactly when it's meant to, but it does have requirements on you as far as you being a little bit more open-minded or putting in the work as far as applying for jobs. Also being able to make network connections or put yourself in the right places where you could run into somebody that needs a person of your skill set, right? Hello, Sangrita, how are you doing? What else do we have? We have the Eight of Crystals or Eight of Swords in the reverse, Justice in the reverse, and Temperance. So it hasn't been fair, really, the last couple of years. Whoever I'm reading for, there has been setbacks. There's probably been some negative energy sent your way, maybe even spell work, and it has kept you stuck or kept you away from this abundance that's meant to be yours. And now there's this opportunity, and it's showing up specifically to make things right because you haven't had what you were meant to have, or things have been a little bit more, I don't know, it's been more difficult to get what you need or what you want for this period of time. And I feel like you've been able to protect yourself from that energy, or you've cut the cord with somebody that enables you to move forward. So with the Three of Jars or the Three of Cups, this is like there's some sort of event or thing that you're looking forward to, and I feel like this is the interview. You finally feel like there is an opportunity that lines up with multiple things that you're looking for, as well as some sort of challenge or ability to grow in whatever it is that you do. So this feels like a very well-timed opportunity, very suited to what you're looking for, even if initially it doesn't come across as what you were like specifically looking for. This is the situations deck. Let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Jess. This is a general reading. Hello, Phoenix. I don't deny you your beliefs. Just ask that you be tolerant of those that might have differing beliefs. Hello, how's it going, Sandra? Hey, James. Thank you for the tip. Let me add that for you. We've got, am I in alignment to move on? Great question. Alignment to move on. I've added that for you, James. And I think we're not too far away from personal question time. We're at about 28 minutes in, so just a couple more minutes. What else do we have? We've got come together, reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract, done, and karmic. See, this is what I'm talking about. You have cut the cord or let go. Perhaps it was about forgiving someone from your past. And because you have cut that energy out, now you are drawing in or manifesting a happier financial or job situation, an improvement or an upgrade in that area of your life. And it's all because you're done dealing with somebody's BS. So we have triggers, name, car, place, and cleansing, meditation, clearing space, removing negativity. Some of you may have tossed out a gift from this person. Some of you may have saged your place. Some of you may have up and moved altogether. But I do feel like there is some sort of cutting the cord, some letting go of this person. You're not looking for them anymore. You're not trying to make things work. Maybe you blocked them. Maybe you just said, I released this person, but now you're ushering in a better situation for yourself financially because you have let go of that toxic energy from your past. Cleansing, letting go of that now means that whatever was kind of taking up all of your energy or all of your power, now you're able to refocus that energy on your own pursuits. That person can't take your energy anymore. So that's a worthy cause for celebration. And that's why you're drawing in this opportunity. All right, let's get a few from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then we will start with James' question. Hello, Yuri, how are you doing? I shall try. You're funny, Rachel. What else do we have? We have, you are good, but people misunderstand you. A false friend, beware. This could be within the current workplace, someone who's trying to make it seem like they're your friend, or they're giving you all the insights or the information that you need, but in reality, they aren't. We have something will happen that will change the entire atmosphere for the best. I feel like this is the opportunity. You will receive an offer regarding money matters. I done told you. That's the Ace of Pentacles. All right. I like it. Okay, let's see what we've got for James. This is the Morgan Greer. Yes. That's just a lot easier than trying to get everybody to understand at once, isn't it? Is James in alignment to move on? Is James in alignment to move on? We have the Page of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Swords. It's like you've got everything but the last thing. What is it that James needs to address here with the Page of Cups in the reverse? Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Devil in the reverse. This looks to me like a rejection or declining or maybe even blocking someone. Someone has access to you that should not have access to you, James. This is someone who would cause drama or problems for you as things improve in your finances. Page of Pentacles. It's like this is somebody who feels like they get to have a percentage of what you make. Or this is someone who feels entitled to a percentage of your time. So is this saying James has to block someone? No. At the very least, this is saying your call to action is you have to be much more protective over the information that you share or what you tell somebody. Somebody here does not deserve access to your secrets or your day-to-day. Maybe it's not so much that you go no contact with this person, but this is saying there's no trust here. This should be somebody that does not have privileged information. It could be, you know, removing someone from your social media, which I guess is kind of blocking them, right? But this is like, you don't need to be telling this person your business. Hello, stranger boy. How are you doing? You can't tell that it's not a British accent? They sound way cooler than me. No, I am from the US. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the kind comments on my candles. Appreciate that. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.